James Gunn wants one particular Green Lantern as the focus of his upcoming show might put Batman's on-screen chemistry in danger. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. After the success that Superman has witnessed within just a week of its release, director and co-CEO of DC Studios James Gunn has set his sights on the year of 2026. The next part of his plans deals with preparing for the Wonder Woman movie that's in the pipeline, and then, it's the Lanterns. After the successful release of DCU's Superman, James Gunn will soon resume work on the upcoming projects in the DCU, including the highly anticipated series Lanterns. And with his interview on CBS Mornings, he revealed that the focus of this series will be on Jon Stewart's version of the Green Lantern. He said, "We go into Supergirl and Lanterns next summer. It's basically Jon Stewart's story in a lot of ways, but with those other characters." The other characters referred to in this interview were none other than Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner, the former already becoming part of the wider DCU story in Superman. While this news may be massive, it might not sit right with many Batman fans, simply because the chemistry between Hal Jordan as the main Lantern and Bruce Wayne's alter ego is a joy to witness. The inclusion of this Lantern becomes even more significant because he was one of the first black superheroes in DC's history. Therefore, it's paramount to do justice to its cultural significance and to Stewart's character in general. And with the recent interview, Gunn has revealed that his focus will be to tell the story of Jon Stewart, one of the big trifecta of Green Lanterns from DC Comics. In fact, actor Aaron Pierre has already been cast as the lead Lantern for the upcoming show. While Hal Jordan and Bruce Wayne may have butt heads on numerous occasions in the past, the few positive interactions that they do have make them that much more special and their chemistry that much more meaningful. While there will be roles for both Guy Gardner and Hal Jordan as Stewart's support, they will not be the primary focus. This might bum some fans out, simply because Hal and Bruce's chemistry is something else entirely, and the Green Lantern 80th Anniversary Spectacular one-shot comic, when Jordan thinks he's going to die, he sends a heartfelt video message to Wayne. He admits he's always been envious of Bruce's honed discipline, intelligence, and confidence, while also crediting him for teaching him humility and for helping him confront his flaws. Other times, like in the DCAU, we see both Jordan and Wayne engaging in constant banter that implies how much mutual respect they have for each other, despite neither of them showing it. While we still might see this duo in the DCU in the future, it may not have the same impact if Hal were the main, commanding Lantern. What do you think about this? Tell us in the comments down below. Man of Steel's Henry Cavill Superman has his fair share of flops more than box office hits. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Then there's the James Bond speculation. For years, Cavill was rumored as a potential successor to Daniel Craig, but so far, the rumors have remained just, well, rumors. And while Cavill's performances continue to showcase his acting prowess, many of his projects couldn't capitalize on the actor's power. His role in Netflix's Enola Holmes brought a unique arc to his career, but it's clear that the star hasn't quite landed the role that would solidify him as a leading box office actor. While his journey seems more of a roller coaster than a steady flight upward, Cavill needs to find his next truly iconic role that will show he's got more to offer than just strength and a hard-to-miss jawline. When we hear the name Henry Cavill, we often picture that iconic red cape, the S on his chest, and the powerful figure of Superman soaring through the skies. While Cavill might look every bit the superhero with his chiseled abs, his recent box office journey has been more Clark Kent trying to find his glasses than Superman saving the day. Lately, Cavill's career has seen some surprising highs and lows. Sure, he's still one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, but his projects haven't found the same level of success at the box office. Take his recent departure from The Witcher, the popular Netflix series where we saw him trade capes for swords. While he earned massive popularity for his fabulous performance as Geralt of Rivia, his decision to leave the series sparked debates on social media, leaving fans questioning his next moves. And while many believed his Superman would fly again in the new DC Extended Universe, news of recast had fans facing the reality that Cavill might not return as the Man of Steel. Honestly, it's not exactly the career trajectory one might have predicted for such a high-profile star. Cavill continued to take on roles in British television, including the Inspector Lynley Mysteries and Midsummer Murders. He also ventured into adaptations with Goodbye, Mr. Chips. The star's trajectory continued with several other mixes of projects that feel like a nostalgic time capsule of early 2000 cinema. In I Capture the Castle, Cavill played a young, love-struck suitor that gave him a chance to showcase his romantic acting skills. The mid-2000s brought him roles in Hellraiser, Hellworld and Red Riding Hood, films that didn't do well at the box office but expanded his career resume. It was his minor role in 2007 Stardust, directed by Matthew Vaughn, where he shared the screen with future megastars like Charlie Cox. Despite a brief screen time, Cavill's part roles solidified his presence in the industry. Before Henry Cavill became the face of Superman, he was just an actor building his filmography with smaller and often overlooked roles. Cavill's journey began with the little-known film Laguna in 2001, followed by a supporting role in The Count of Monte Cristo, a film that saw him starring alongside some of the season's stars. This was his first time gaining some Hollywood exposure. Even after success with The Tudors, Cavill continued to take on small roles in other films like Blood Creek, Whatever Works, Immortals, and The Cold Light of Day. With Immortals, Cavill embraced the role of a mythological hero, and in The Cold Light of Day, he starred alongside Bruce Willis. While each of his roles was small, Cavill continued to try it all before he finally soared the iconic Superman role in Man of Steel. One of Cavill's defining pre-Superman roles came with The Tudors, where he played Charles Brandon, Duke of Suffolk. This Showtime series gained massive audience, and Cavill's portrayal was lauded for its gritty character. Moreover, the series was commercially well received and was nominated for a Golden Globe and won an Emmy. It was his role in The Tudors that put Cavill on the radar of Hollywood's casting directors. The star even credited the show for bolstering his career in a YouTube interview, stating, "It's done the most for me to date. I've done more work here than I've done in England. Now that there's an audience somewhere in America that's aware of who I am, I have more sellability because of The Tudors." Not only this, Cavill was named the most dashing Duke by Entertainment Weekly and was praised for his role in The Tudors and for displaying charm, depth, and a killer bod. Eventually, Daniel Craig landed the role, who undoubtedly redefined Bond with a raw and intense portrayal that took the show in a darker direction. Moreover, this action spy thriller was a box office hit, grossing $616 million against a production budget of $150 million. Definitely, if it had been given to Cavill, it would have landed him at the top of the industry. Following his rejection for the James Bond role, he was later considered to play Superman in 2004's Superman, Flyby. McG was initially on board to direct Wit. Recreating the grimdark world of Warhammer 40k in live action is a challenge that seems to even stress out a longtime fan like Cavill. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Sure, Henry Cavill is no slouch when it comes to being part of a multi-billion-dollar entertainment franchise, demonstrated by his role in and as Man of Steel in the discontinued DCU. But what he is involved with now is a whole different monster entirely, as Warhammer blows his previous projects out of the water. Everyone who is a connoisseur of the hobby that is Warhammer 40k